On the street where I was born, every house had a privet hedge trimmed with military precision, except Slater's. Their hedge sprawled over the peeling paint of the gate, over the pavement. We'd stand and talk and pick at it, put a leaf between our thumbs and blow. Made a lovely sound. We played tig, football, hide and seek, French cricket, Queenie, hide and seek, and Lucy Locket. I wrote a letter to my love. A handsome prince came riding by. The farmer's in his den. Does it take you back? 2 ball, 3 ball, skipping. It was our street. It was a good street. We had to share it with the horses, who ambled, blinkered to the curb, hoping for a break and a nosebag. The milkman's chariot with jugs and churns, the coalman heaving great sacks onto his broad black back, watched by the housewife, arms folded, counting each sack. The rag and bone man with hideous cry, I called him the dragon bone man. I never saw anybody give him bones, but if you gave him a bundle of rags, scrap metal, a saucepan without a handle, a broken bedstead, or the rollers from a mangle, it'd give you a cup or a saucer, a balloon or a goldfish in a jar. I longed for a goldfish, but I never got one, because we couldn't spare any of our rubbish. Mr. Detheridge next door had a car. He went to work in it every day and returned on ramps that Mrs. Detheridge put against the curb at 7:30 every morning and 5 o'clock every night. At one end of the street was the gully which led to the Lokies, where we played on the cockpit of an old plane from the war. The walls of the gully were high. My sister put me on top of the wall, gave me an umbrella and told me to jump off. She said it would be like a parachute, but it wasn't. Barry Webster asked me to his party when I was 3. I was too shy to go, so my sister took a plate and a dish for my jelly and my cake. At 15, I was mad about Barry Webster. I wrote lots of letters so I could go to the post box and accidentally meet him off the Wolverhampton bus. From my bedroom, I could watch him doing his homework in his bedroom, his sleeves rolled up. I could see his arm. Was a gunner. When I was 16, I went with Bob Bridges. We walked down the street hand in hand in daylight. Mum gave me a blast, because the neighbours would think I was fast. The other end of the street led to Tipton Arms. We were poor but genteel, not the kind of people to go in pubs. We might have a sip of port at Christmas, never, ever beer. But I knew every hump and hollow in that car park, and so did my brothers and my sisters, because they pushed me round and round and round and round and round when they taught me to ride my red bike. If you turned right at Baker Street, before you got to the Tipton Arms, you'd come to the canal, where boys fished, and sometimes drowned, and horses pulled narrow boats laden with coal. We crossed the canal over Fisher's Bridge to go to the library, the doctors, Tipton Baths, Owen Street shops and the Alhambra. It was on Fisher's Bridge that my sister had an encounter. A man blocked her way, showed her what he'd got. She ran home, told me about it later, more puzzled than upset. It's still there, Maiden Road. Privet hedges have made way for family cars, and a motorbike lolls in our entry. My mum's green doors and windows are now an unthinkable red. There are no children playing in the street. No gully, no Tipton Arms, no canal, no Fisher's Bridge, no Lokies, no rusting cockpit, no man from the Prue, no gypsies selling pegs, no mum with shopping bags. Nostalgia.